Hi everyone! Well, I couldn't decide what colors I wanted to use today, so I'm giving myself a random color challenge. I love choosing random colors sometimes. It makes me use combinations I may not have thought of before, and sometimes I get really exciting results. I've made some color swatches of each tube of watercolor paint that I have. These are the colors I have, so I could end up with 3 different yellows. That would actually be a fun challenge. I'm going to pick 3 random colors from the hat. Okay, here goes. Oh, flesh! I actually almost never use this color. And Paynes Gray. Oh, I like this one, but I also don't use it very often. And the third one is Raw Umber. Wow, this will be an interesting kind of neutral color palette. This color scheme definitely wasn't one I would have thought about, but it'll be neat to see how they blend together. I'm using my dried watercolor palette, adding some water to the colors I'm using and letting it sit a bit. Then making 3 puddles of paint and using a separate brush for each color. I'm going with a completely abstract, unplanned design and only using the texture stencils. The paper is taped to a board and tilted up about 45 degrees to get some random drips and runs. If you try this, just have fun with this layer and don't worry too much about what it looks like. At some point, it might look like a mess, but don't give up on it. The stencil lifting can pick out some really pretty details. I usually tend to pick out some combination of yellowish, bluish, and reddish colors, so this is a nice change. Although if I had to put them in a color group, the Paynes Gray would probably be the blue, the Raw Umber is more yellow, and the Flesh is more red. So maybe I still have a really vague triad of primary colors. I'm turning the paper to let it drip and blend in different directions. I really love what's happening here. I think it's a combination of the paper texture and some thick paint trying to creep into thinner paint, but that's just a guess. I don't know how that happened, and I don't think I could duplicate it, but that's why this kind of painting is so exciting. I often get happy accidents like that. So now it's completely dry. I'm using stencils and a damp Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, with most of the water squeezed out to lift some paint. Thanks to everyone who suggested this in the comments of my other videos. It really works well. Now I know I said I was planning on going completely abstract with this one, but it just looks too much like a landscape to not go with it.